Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. Had a good weekend, staying safe out there. It's back. The regular stream is back, and we are starting up a brand new game, Disco Elysium. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I know very little about it other than that it has won several Best Narrative Awards, and I am all about a good story. So Detective Dot is here this morning to help me solve the case. Let's go ahead and get started. Are you ready to get to work, Gumshoe? Running the game for the first time, so nope, no install. That's good. Is it in full screen or is it in windowed? What you doing there, Streamlabs? Alright, I think it's in windowed. I'll move it to full screen later. I don't know why everything runs in freaking borderless windowed now instead of just full screen. There's a little loading signal in the bottom right. It's currently covered by my camera. The game is loading. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Audio? Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe it's gonna freeze. Hey. Wow, that's some low volume. Hang on. Let's just pull up everything. Why is everything not at full volume? 20 by 1080, yep. We may... I wish I could... Is this dynamic? What's up, Xanagear? How's it going? This isn't even moving. So that's there. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's like 3 options. I'm gonna try big text size and we'll see how that looks for you guys. If it's not stupid huge. Let's turn on some anti-aliasing. This is an isometric game, it should be fine. And I have to turn the volume up a lot. That kind of worries me. Let me check something really quick. I want to make sure that Windows isn't doing something stupid. On the volume mixer. Come on. Alright. I hope I'm not about to deafen myself. But yeah, that looks good on... What does this do? Existentially difficult. Checks are harder and healing items are more expensive. Choose your clothes and thoughts wisely. Small amount of extra XP. No thanks. We'll just do the normal one. Let me get that up. Oh wait, back. There was no full screen option, was there? Yeah, it is full screen. It says. So if I switch over to here. Okay, now it shows. Also, now the volume is much louder. Alright, now I think that's better. New game. What are we doing here? Extremely intelligent, very bad with people. Knows interesting facts. Comes up with original ideas. So, intelligence, psyche, or intellect, psyche, physique, motorics? How well you move your body. Huh. Very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind? I guess because your intellect is so low? Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. So how come he might not lose his mind? Let's take a look at create your own. See what we can do. Ah! How many points do I... Oh, those are the points I have to work with? Well, we want good intellect. We can drop this for sure. So your senses and how agile you are. So let's get everything just right at average real quick. What do we want? I think I want to boost in intellect. We'll drop Psyche 1 for some more intellect. And... Yeah, knowing nothing about this game, I'm not sure if I want to have like something really good and something really bad, or if it's good to have a couple of good spots and then a couple of weak spots. I also don't know if we get to upgrade any of these later on in the game. Everything is a trade-off, it won't matter. You can play with any build, huh? I guess I wonder what kind of build that I want to play then. I feel like I want to go with, since it's a detective game, I kind of want to go with like a really smart guy. Let's drop that down. Drop this down here. We'll go with average physique, great intellect, and then we're weak psyche and motorics. Let's try that. Sure. Select your signature skill. The skill you select will gain a +1 bonus. Additionally, the learning cap for every skill of the same type will be raised by +1. So what does that mean? Intellect base +5. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. So this is our Sherlock Holmes perk. Call upon all your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Drama? Play the actor, lie, and detect lies. Ooh. Understand creativity, see art in the world, and reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. That sounds really cool. I think it's down to visual calculus or logic. I don't think I wanted the perk to be down in any of these. Deduce the world. Reconstruct crime scenes. This sounds really neat. Let's do that. Let's do the crime scene reconstruction. I only have the one, right? Yes. Okay. Confirm. Here we go. Oh no, Detective Dot left. She was going to do all the hard work. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water. It's deep enough. I didn't see it all. I wasn't fast enough because I was looking for Dot. I'm sorry.
Yin. There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Oh, okay. I'll just simply keep on non-existing. Game over. We won, guys. Have a great Monday.
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Yoke.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great.
Yes, it is.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness.
What an interesting
It
opening.
is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
One thing I want to do though, is dialogue going to be over there during the game? Like, should I move camera here? Or is it going to be below, like traditionally? Xanagear, if you're still there, where should I put camera for this game? For long term. I'll leave it there for right now. No. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Wait. Oh, sure.
Do you really?
Yes. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Inland Empire? 8 versus 8? Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first. What is Inland Empire, though? I did this to myself?
Yes, your one disco mother.
It's waiting for me.
There's this giant ball there, in evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources is a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean, drowned?
You lost.
Nope, game over, guys. Happy Monday. Have a great day. Sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Cupris Kanema motor carriage? I knew I was like drunk or something. Good luck pronouncing half the shit in this. They made up a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I don't want camera down there. Let's go right here. Don't want to cover up UI for you guys. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Hold tab to highlight. Oh, it's not just stuff that has, let's put some pants on, I guess. What's up, Tommy? How's it going? See bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Or it's where you keep them. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. I'll get them keys, man. It says, whirling in rags on the aluminum key ring. There's a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched onto it. Should open the door. That's good. I can get out of my own place. We can talk to ourselves in the mirror. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elin that founds empires and lays waste to cities virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no. Oh, this is like parts of our mind? Hot water sprays from the faucet's base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really? Nothing? Not too bad. Northern Ireland might be going on lockdown and the army brought in again. Really? Stay safe, dude. For sure. The more points you have in each one, the more it comes into play. Cool. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking, it was a deluge of world-ending proportions. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror... Abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you will see there, and you will never unbecome it. Don't care. Behold! Hey, is me. Oh, yeah. Look at that sexy beast. What's this game about? I have no idea, Tommy. All I know is it won several Best Narrative Awards, and I think it's a detective-style game. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Of course I do. It's, is it some kind of superstar? I think I'm a superstar. Yeah. This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? No idea why it's there. It just is. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. No. You're not the boss of me, mirror. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the motion you're trying to convey? I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off, too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. Let's go with that one. There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. Whoa, I guess we're not going for that one. 42%, huh? Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. So, Snake Eyes always loses. This is a white check. You may retry it. Okay, let's do it. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time has passed from the failure of revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate uncontested way of life for our species. Okay. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revacol, your city, that meant only one thing: Guillaume Le Millon. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. We got this, chat. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music in the open air... Oh, I don't know that one. Don't know enough French. Is it Bois de Nuit? Somewhere in Revacol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit, then he made the expression. So I adopted it? Why? I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Yeah. That's probably going to be it, right? How long ago was the new? Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I drink myself into oblivion? Like the important questions. Yes, le friendly gamer. I do want to know how long ago was the new, though. Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. See. Anything else? Like who I am, why I drank myself into oblivion? You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness, aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a Capri Canema. I feel like we're definitely doing this one now. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Le Millon's regional mega hit, Don't Worry Your Pretty Little Head. So why did I adopt the expression? Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. Guess that's it then. Doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne cork smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. Let's just let the mirror be for now. 3%. There's no way we're getting that. I'm just not going to bother. So yeah, this game starts with a suggestive look in the mirror being described for 5 minutes, right? So, does WASD move the, no. Can I? Oh, it's only click to move? Okay, hang on. Does this go into another room? It has to be. This isn't the exit from the apartment. Oh, it won't let me open it? Alright, that's fine. Check, whatever this is. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. I wonder who that was. It wasn't me. Alright, I don't see... Oh wait, it's tab. There we go. What is that my tie on the fan? Excuse me. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Let's stop the fan. Blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. Savoir-faire. Medium 10. Grab the tie. 72% chance that we are sober enough to get the tie off of the fan. Hey, alright. You swoop it up and catch the tie. Snap, it's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. Okay. A bit much. What's this? Is that a shoe? That is a shoe. Is there another shoe missing? I guess would be my question. Doesn't look like it. How do I look at my... Guillaume Le Millon. Oh my god. Temporary research bonus. -1 logic, head in the clouds. Research time, 4 hours and 30 minutes. But I don't want to lose my logic by internalizing whatever this is. But I also don't know how long 4 hours and 30 minutes is. Interesting. Oh, good. Wait, no. Oh, I do only have one shoe. Amazing. This is our, +1 Inland Empire. Esprit de Corps. What are all these different things? Hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life? Charm men and women. Connect to Station 41. Huh. Okay. What's this thing? Oh, I don't have any tests yet. What's this? Oh, that's all that stuff. Yeah, so my logic is 5 right now. I guess 4 logic isn't bad. If we want to go ahead... But I imagine you can only do 1 at a time, maybe? I don't know. Fuck it. Oh, we can stop. Interesting. Alright, what else is here? I can talk to the broken window? The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Assess the damage. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. Did I break it with my own hands? A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. What did this then? More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force, so our missing shoe went out the window. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. I should go and get that shoe. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. Can I not zoom in or out or anything? Is there a door to my balcony? You have to... Daisy. Maybe you have to go through here. Wait, this is like a public space. How do you get out to your balcony? Because I couldn't use this door. Is it locked? Like, I found keys. But I guess... I guess it's not for that door. Is there not an actual door here? Actually, this looks like public space there, too. Like it overlooks it? There's something on the table. Is it free money? It looks like somebody paid for a drink there or something. Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to persons of power, like police officers. Uh-oh. We're gonna be impersonating an officer? There we go. Oh yeah. What are these? There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles. How do they fit? Good. They're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. What's this? A gust of briny wind washes over you. Oh, so that's like your feelings and that's like your thoughts? Or your senses, rather? Whirling in rage. I think I am gonna grab that money, though. I'm a drunk alcoholic. I was like, ooh, this is like a free beer, you know, right? Nobody saw that. You didn't see nothing. Oh, that's the radio saying that? La Parbat? 26 degrees centigrade, something. What day is it? Calendar says it's March. The year is 51.
Hello, officer.
Hello, officer. Miss Orange Disco Dancer. Young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city. Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking? Damn. Am I military personnel? No. She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right? Yeah, that would just be keep getting it wrong. Let's do this.
Because
Why'd you
you're
call
a
me
police
officer?
officer,
Because
so-
you're a police officer, sir. She pulls on her cigarette. You're shitting me. Goddamn right I'm a policeman, and don't you forget it. Are you sure?
I am, yes.
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. She takes another drag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days.
You've been here for
On
3 days.
official police
On
business,
official
so-
police business, no less. And what business is that?
I couldn't say.
Oh, she's
In truth,
got
so
voice.
far, mostly drinking.
I can't barely hear it, that's why. The audio in this is kind of weird ranges. Why don't I remember being a cop? Wait, what's this? Ooh, low percentage. Try the expression on her. Yeah, we're not doing that. Why don't I remember? Yeah. Oh, now once I realize she was voiced, she stops talking. Could it be because of the drinking? She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. I should get going now.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
What do we got here? It's like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray, still smoking. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Am I a smoker? Who knows what you are? A monster, murderer, the gnome of Jeroma. You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette. Or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that, a carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied, then smoke them all. I should not do that. I'll think about it. I'm not a smoker. Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. New task, find smokes and smoke them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Dot, what are you doing over there? I see you peeking at me. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Come here, dudes. Don't be ruining stuff. Come here. Come say hi. Come here, you. No? Why not? Why not? What are you doing, weirdo? I don't need you breaking stuff. Okay. Let's move along. What do we got here? Weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Okay. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Is it because I'm drunk? Crazy cat. 1 second, I'm going to turn on her toys in the hallway though so that she doesn't ruin stuff. BRB. Alright. If she gets bored, then she just starts destroying stuff, so... I turned on her toys. Keep her distracted. This is where the lyrics would be. Big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. Oh, let's do it, guys. Speakers connected to the radio, the music is seasoned with static. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast, oceanic soul. My soul is immense. My soul is modest. It's normal sized. My soul is puny. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. What should I sing when it comes to it? You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You'll wreak havoc with it, don't worry. Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. What an interesting game. Hey, barman. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he's purposefully ignoring you. Something tells me you don't like me. Oh, good.
You're a hero. A real hero cop.
That didn't sound sincere. Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this? So not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero? Yeah, you're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things? I can't tell. Oh my god, I did all those things? So, like, I wonder if this, like, affects the actual story. Like, if I say I did those things, then it becomes that I did all those things? Or if I say that I didn't, then I didn't do them? And something else happened? Oh my god, I did all those things?
You see, actually,
I didn't think so.
You didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. Not always here.
Get the stuffed bird. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is a great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Can I help you with that?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Alright. He clearly doesn't want to talk to me. Is that what... he ripped it down from there? Oh no, that's the menu, okay. Only the word Monday is written on it. It's a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Can I get some water? +1 health. Nice. Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 1600. Royal pinball machine is unplugged. So that's my friend, I guess. Just want to check. Alright, let's go talk to him. Friend. Who knows who this guy is? Kitsuragi? A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Sure. You realize he is waiting for your name. Conceptualization. Invent a name for yourself. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep golden orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go. It is not yet time for you to know my name. Hey, Eulifar! No worries, man. Welcome, and thank you for the host. Much appreciated, sir. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it is not yet time for you to know my name.
Okay then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied. You're taking me for... no, I haven't.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Huh. Can't remember anything, though. I wonder if it's more than just the alcohol. Hey, it's good to see you too, Eulifar. Glad to be back. I wonder, it seems like it's more than just like a hangover or something with this. There's something mentally going on here. Can't remember anything. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night and the night before, but that you are still drunk now, but I have seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby, but as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. Okay. I don't want to do this, because I probably am at least a police officer based on 3 separate people. What were we supposed to do again? Talk to the manager, then we go out back and take the body down. Let's get going. After you, officer. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check my pockets. You mean you don't have a badge? Pretend you found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. It wasn't on me when I woke up. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. Okay. I'm done with Satisfactory for now. Done all the things there is in that game? What? How's that possible? Alright, so did we get new stuff? Oh, we got the new shoe, that's right. We got a bunch of tasks here. Report our badge missing, inspect the body, interview the cafeteria manager, sing karaoke. We definitely got to do that at some point. Alright, let's talk to this dude again. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. I'm currently in between names. What is golden orange like a forest fire, but smells like liquor? The Harbinger of Ruin. Let's do it.
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out. What is golden orange and smells like liquor?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor, and you're orange.
See, everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? With Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Oh, he manages many cafeterias. Ooh.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here, and I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Right then, questions. I got this. So, what other questions would we ask him? He doesn't know anything. He didn't call it in. I think we're good.
The body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up on a tree there. And how do we get there? See that door there? He points west towards the pinball table. Go out and turn right. There's a... He pauses and sighs. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key, just go through that hole and you'll be in the courtyard. Let's go. Not so fast. He points to you. You owe me 130 real. Not gonna slip away unnoticed. 17%. I don't owe you shit. What's real? Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real. He points, pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent. The IIR, or Intersolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money. Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money? Wow, you're a genius! Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. He points to the red ledger on the counter. But what exactly is money, man? You're under arrest. What do I owe this place for? Let's see. He dramatically turns the page in the ledger. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work, so don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revocol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real, and yes, real is still money. But what exactly is money? What are you, a philosopher? Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts of reality. Which seems to be true. No, I'm just getting my bearings. Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or... He peeks into the ledger. Or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Proceed and show him the coins you found? Is this money? What a weird game. Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours. Sure, I'll give him some of the money. Is this money? Yes, it is. Count them and give them to him. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 plus 40, and now I'm down to 90, right? No, you see, there's a tinge of sadness in his voice. That's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real. Okay. He stares silently, looking at the coppers on the counter. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have? Darkness rides. Pick up the coin. Keep it to yourself and pick up the coins. Oh, there's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. You're under arrest. Why would I say this? What happens now? He turns to the lieutenant. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then... Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Fuck this place. I'll take my chances on the streets. I don't remember where my home is. Officer. A pattern of creases appears on his forehead. You really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them. Ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now. The man wants to say something, then thinks better of it. Good luck. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. I really don't remember. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. I don't know. Near? South, maybe? You don't really know, do you? I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? I have only a vague blackened image. A vague blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Can I trace the way back somehow? To the exact street, the exact number on a building? You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear. So does that mean that's... That would take... Temporary research bonus plus 1 encyclopedia? So we want to do that one, right? This one has a -1 logic, but this one is going to add while we're internalizing it. Can you do multiples? Huh. Cool. All right. Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Okay. What's this one? A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Alright. So we need to go out and through the hole in the fence. And if his car is like right there, we can use the shortwave first and call the lady that called it in. So yeah, there's the hole in the fence. Oh wait, no! I didn't want to talk, I just wanted to see what that was. Or this, I guess. Pigs Go Home. The street name is illegible. Fuck the police. Rage Against the Machine, guys. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow to get water. It's like clean water rare. That street sign. Rue de Saint-Guisson. Sorry if I'm butchering your language. I don't speak French. If anyone does. Alright, so... God damn it, kid. Cut that shit out.
Kono's got this!
Boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, never could be Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. What? Okay. Hey kid, a word? Police business. I wonder if he'll run if we announce that we're police.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
It's love it in the dick!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Fuck that Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful.
The shit himself!
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
Goddamn kids.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener!
Kim, these kids aren't listening to me.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
I will see. The language these kids are using. Pure, unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures. Alright. I don't have time for this. Little shits. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. What's this? Like footprints? There are several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Get an exact count. Maybe more than 12? No. 8 pairs of boots has shuffled back and forth in the mud. Go over them one by one. Because I'm reconstructing the crime scene because I'm a genius. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes. No, 46. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? Wait, which is it? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. Another standard work boot, number 44. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41, male or female. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? Count the rest. The glowing outline of a standard work boot number 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms, so somebody carrying a body. So, they were wearing size 46. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn. How many? The lieutenant has been tracking your eye movements. 8. I was pretty off them. I counted 20. Same guys are going back and forth. I never get the hang of it. Hyperopia. He points to his glasses. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A heavy one. 200 kilogram imprint. 200? He thinks for a moment. Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be dead man? He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. Yeah, that was my thought too. One of them was carrying him over. Possibly, yes. The lieutenant marks something down in his notebook. But why? You're thinking, why did they have to carry him? Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just marched him up to the gallows. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious. Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Light step, number 41 shoe. A woman or a kid? I don't think there's any way to be sure? Understood. Anything else? An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole. Do you have any ideas? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor? He thinks for a second. Or maybe a drummer. It's not stupid. That makes sense. So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We're not looking for a drummer. He raises his index finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south towards the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam, see whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Yes, prudent. The lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. How old do you think these tracks are? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller who reported the hanging. It is not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revocol, 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of this hanging, was the last warm day. Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. What do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself. Either way, he concludes. What else? We've been through all of it. So we've got a hanging. Can I get the body down? The corpse looks at you with bulging wide eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. Ooh. Let go of your nose without throwing up. 8% chance of succeeding. Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow! The cop's gonna blow, Kuno! Turn away. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. What else do we got around here? What's this? Money and magnesium? Alright. What do we got here? Winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some... That's not helpful. So I can't get up there. Am I just waiting for the goddamn kid to knock him down with a rock? This. See what's in there. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. Can I talk to this kid? Yeah, Kuno, yeah!
Pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Scare her.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me! You there, behind the fence! What are those strange words you use, girl? Hey, kid. I'll just leave him. He said that it was pointless to talk to the kids. How do we get this frickin' body down? I can't climb it. We can't talk to the kids.
Yes?
Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? No, that's not what I want. Damn it. I don't have anything in my inventory that will help. No tools. And there's... What is that? Can I get back there, I wonder? Doesn't look like it. Like a bookshelf or something. I guess I'll try talking to the kid again, I don't know.
Can't you see him throwing rocks?
I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got!
Irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this. Who knows? What do you know about the body? Shitload, pig. What's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Kim, help me out here. What do we want to know? If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual. Oh, I didn't realize I was whispering to him. Shit. Usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary, or have you seen anything suspicious? You know who he was? Kuno's fucking... He picks up a rock... Oh, he picks up a rock. Kuno uses the fucking... for target practice. He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know. So you don't know anything. Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. He shakes his head, clearly offended. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popaphone. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? Do you know how he got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down, so you didn't see it happening. You were Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revocol. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Oh, okay. Where did you go then? I don't know. Some fucking... He looks around trying to come up with something. Mesk? Or, I don't know, some other place. Night City. Kuno's in fucking Night City. There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel. Dot! Sorry, 1 second. Start ruining stuff again. Stupid cat. Jeez. Alright, that train of questioning, I don't think line of questioning isn't going anywhere. Okay, about the dead body. Yeah, Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean. He draws snot up his nose. Gross. Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? Just a couple pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell the... I don't know what that is. Kuno? Looks... Whatever that means, yeah. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations. Alright, let's talk about something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. Oh my god, come on, kids. You play often in this? Or am I gonna get any information from these? Right, Pig, this is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. The fuck do you want with it? The ladder. Ever climb it? Look at that fucking shit, he screeches. You trying to get Kuno killed? So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable? Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat. The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook. It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno! Shit. Well, I guess he's not going to climb it for us. I was wondering about the trash container. Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, Pig! So it's his? He has it locked? Ah, really? If there's trash in the container on the crime scene, you have to investigate. It's basic police work, you know. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. I think we're just wasting time. Can't help but notice a little approving nod the lieutenant makes. He agrees. What's in the greenhouse over there? Dunno. Kipt-ass Gardner used to work here. There. Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of... Good lord. Not so much anymore. Hold on, the gardener used to work there? Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can handle it. He fills his lungs with the rancid air. His eyes get a little watery. Shit's nothing to Kuno. So you mean the young woman by Whirling in Rags, that gardener? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. He looks you in the eye and nods, as if agreeing with himself. Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds? I should ask her about that. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious. Alright, let's talk about something else. I'm off. Kid's not helping. Alright, so ask the gardener. The young woman with the wheelbarrow. So she was the one sitting... So I guess we're not getting the body down. But maybe it doesn't matter.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
I have some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March? She points to her wheelbarrow, surprised at the question. This might be the last snow we get. At least, I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least, that's what my grandma always told me. She smiles shyly. Oh, I'm sorry, Daisy. Was I ignoring you? Hey, Squeaks. Do you want to come say hello to everybody? Yeah? No? Just gonna sit there? Be the cutest cat on Twitch? Alrighty. You do that. Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Squint your eyes and look at her intently. +1 disingenuous grandma? What? Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? The traffic jam? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you. Are you by any chance keeping an eye on us? No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. She looks toward the yard and her expression clears. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without, slurs. He's always giving me trouble. Yeah, I was talking to him, yes. What kind of trouble, though? Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you. She shakes her head. You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you? The lieutenant intervenes, looking at her intently. Yes, I'm tired. I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us. There's silence, the smallest of smiles. That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. The lieutenant nods at you. I think we're done here. Let's go. Alright. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove. So, is this his car? Can I use the shortwave? Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Capri Kinema motor carriage. Open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. Then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Yeah, come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker copy. Oh, is that our name? Did we just remember our name? This is Officer Alice Dimitri. Precinct 57, how may I assist you? You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Let's see. I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course. What is her number, officer? Kim, didn't Guard give you Sylvie's number? Yes, hold on. The lieutenant takes a look at his notes. Her number is that. Received. Hold on, officer. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malika on the line for you. Yes, hello? A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Let's see, the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Oh, right. She recognizes your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it. Was it you who called the police? No, not me. Do you know who made that call? No, sorry, I don't. She clears her throat. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. Daisy, what you doing? People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone or the one on the coast. So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it. It was someone else. The lieutenant makes a note. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. So why didn't you call? Didn't the corpse behind your workplace bother you? What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. I meant us. You should have called the police. What does this Union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The Union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know. She seems to be looking for words. What the Union says goes. People listen to them, and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Let's get confirmation from Kim, I guess. The Union is the law around here? Legally, no. In reality, yes. He looks around. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union. Looks like there's a limit to my authority, then. I see. Maybe there's something else you can tell me about? Next question. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? You mean, why did I leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Why not? Why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? The static wavers. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. See, I kind of think it like it might be important, but then if I push her on this and she hangs up. Alright, I won't push it. Oh, that was it? I don't want to ask her out. That was stupid. Let's pursue this one then. Get away from whom? You know whom. Oh, alright. Well. I got everything I need, thanks. I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye. She's ready to hang up. It cannot be retried. Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Only got 2 empathy. Little less than a coin flip here. We're gonna try it though. Fuck. No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy, like Gart. Okay, but I'm a guy. Sure it wasn't about me? Yeah, it's definitely some other guy. A guy like Gart. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak yak, nag nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. Oh my god, not a spinster! Probably just playing hardball with the goods. Women are just transactional? Jesus. I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny? What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boy's talk with the Gart himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love? Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control. Daddy is going to take you on his lap, little darling? Please no, I don't want to say any of those things. Refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. Weird. Give it a shot. No. What? Oh my god. I know, baby, I know. It's just that you've got that sweet woman-child thing that makes men go crazy, especially a man like Gart. Oh god. The static appears to breathe heavily. Please just stay out of my life. I've got a hunch your love life is about to take a very pleasant turn. Give the lieutenant a no. Oh no, what are we doing? What? The lieutenant rises his shoulders? What is it? You'll see, Lieutenant. You will see. Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? Jesus Christ. It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to Gart now. What the shit? I need to report something to the 41st. Just a second, officer. She put you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. 10-2, 10-5, this is 41st. Come in, over. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code. 10-4, station 41. I've got an urgent business, over. 10-4, 10-5. What's your status? Over. Just reporting in. Over. 10-18. State your message, sir. Need to report my badge missing. 10-9. Over. My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-4. Message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you. Aha, officer has lost his badge, haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me. Matt, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. I have other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights, even for Captain Sober. Ask him, the speaker gasps for air. Ask him if he lost his gun too. Shit. We lost our gun, guys. Room roars with laughter. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over. Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck, you don't know where it is, do you? Oh god, it's not here. Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone. 10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun, over. Drama, convince them that you didn't lose your gun. Failed a 72%. Oh, we gone full XCOM now, boys. Even before you get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it. I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't lose his gun, or his fun, whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun, just the gun will do. Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon, over. God. Kim, what are you packing? It's a single-shot Casual A9, an armistice to be precise. Single-shot armistice Casual A9, over. It says it's a Casual 9mm armistice. Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore. Dear God, he lost his gun! Oh my, I can't, The man succumbs to laughter again. This isn't really a laughing matter. Matt can face the giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants? Oh, I can't. Fuck, he lost his... Ask him if he still has his wiener. I'm not going to. Ask him! Sergeant Torson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. Yes, I lost my wiener too. Just lay off, okay? He acknowledges your joke and asks you to lay off. Lay off? Lay off? Tell him we'll lay off when he retrieves the goddamn police property that he has been trusted with. Satellite Officer, I heard him and I'm on it. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm. Oh god, Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Shit. Everybody's listening in, just be like, can you tell me what my name is? Seems like a bad, way to go. I do need money. Shit. I mean, they're already laughing, you know. I do need some money. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but... What does he want now? He's asking for money. Is he fucking kidding? I don't think he is. Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all. Alright, the operator turns back to you. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. Yeah, I heard you. No funds. Anything else, sir? No, that's fine. Roger that. 10-10, over and out. The static ends with a loud click. Then everything is silent in the cabin. Let's get the toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. We can take the chain cutters, which we could use to cut the body down, maybe? Can we take everything? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. Take the pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Take the hand-cranked flashlight. It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. Alright. Let's see if we can't get some stuff done back here now. We might be able to pry open the garbage. I know, I'm going, Daisy. I'm going. Can you run? Okay, thank Jesus. It's gonna be a really long game otherwise. Alright, let's do this first, and then maybe, wait, what? The logo of the municipality of Revachol. Keep searching for the collar. Yeah, pay for the damages. So you reading everything has been worth it? Oh, good. I'm glad. Track down your badge, track down your gun, yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can't... I wonder how this stuff works. Like, will it automatically pop up the option if I can pry it open? No. So if I click on... pry bar. Oh, you equip this. There we go. Oh, 1 second. My nose is running a bit. Oh man, allergy season is here, guys. I can't wait. Alright, so we have the pry bar equipped. So now can we pry it open? No? Well, let's see what happens if we do this. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. Ah, there we go. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death? How do we get the lock open? We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or... pry bar! Or, Lieutenant? Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. Alright. Legendary. Force time! Jam the tool under the lid and pull. Hey, you Squeaky. Do you want to say hi to everyone real quick? Let's do it. Quick Daisy break. Daisy says, hey everybody! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying it. It's me, the cutest cat on Twitch. How you doing, Daisy? You doing good today? Yeah? Want a scritchy? Nobody's gotten you a treat today. Amazing. Alright, so we'll leave. We can ask the manager for the key. Any Unequip. Right-click to unequip? Yeah. Equip these to open containers in the... Oh, that's also containers. Okay, so it's not necessarily that. Okay, let's go talk... Yeah, let's go talk to the manager. There should be more that you can do with the body? Oh, I thought it took... Oh, so you have to do this. I'll throw up, but then we can do more stuff. Yeah, I got it. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Just let it out. There we go. That's the stuff. Oh. Ugh. You let it out. You feel a great force wringing you from the stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid. Ugh, fucking corpse. The lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Keep it, he says. Thanks. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. Okay, where do we get ammonia from? There's Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, he points to the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the Whirling in Rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Pretty clever. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them. Okay. Get ammonia from the gardener or the store. Okay. Yep, sometimes you just gotta eat it, right? I'm glad that was there, because that means that there are... like, progression may be hidden behind a check that you basically have to fail, so that's good to know.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
My partner told me you may have some ammonia. Can I have some? Sure, I'm done with it. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Thanks. Items? Ammonia. It's a quest item. You don't have to equip it to use it. Just having it in your inventory is enough. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, let's go. +1 has ammonia? Wait, I have to do this part again? Oh, alright. I guess we're throwing up again. We had a lot to drink. Alright, item loss, the ammonia only makes it worse! The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. Hey, Med Prime, good morning. Did I just puke for the second time? Yes, I did. The ammonia didn't help at all. Nor does the wind right now. You feel the lieutenant pat you on your back rhythmically. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Can't we do something else? I want to solve something else now. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, throw up, initial autopsy, throw up, bag it. He pats on your back again. Then drive to station, maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. You seem to be fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. There's a pause. A white lie. Not being hungover helps too. Do it without me, I just can't keep it down. No, this is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. He withdraws his hand and looks you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. Okay. We should go talk to locals, find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. You have received a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet in the bottom right menu and equip it. Give it half an hour, get yourself together, then come back and have another go. Oh, interesting. So now we have stuff that's timed behind these right here. Volumetric shit. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together. Compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Interesting. Okay. We can go start on the love quest, guys. Yeah, that tagging in COD? How clutch is that? What a cool idea. How are you doing, Med Prime? Great to hear from you. Hope everything is well. Closed for winter? Oh, wait. I came out the side door. Bastard. It's time for the love quest. We're gonna help out old Gartier with his love life. Be like, look, man. Although if he's like harassing her, that would be bad. Also, we never talked to you. Who are you?
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. The elderly woman turns to you with a smile. Wait, who's Sweetie? Her eyes move up and down your person as though taking your measurements. Her attention is scientific. Who's Sweetie?
Why? You are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie, look at me.
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw, and that silly dimple on your chin.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, yeah, it's true. Thanks, I appreciate it. That stupid dimple has only brought me suffering. Yeah, thanks, I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. You seem to be in a chair. Yes, with my my powers of logic and deduction, you seem to be in a chair. No, don't act surprised. I notice things like this. How'd you like to roll with me? Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Oh my god. We get money from this lady? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. Oh my, it takes a moment to process. You know where we are, right? The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys. That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? In Revachol? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s. Okay. Yes, and Revachol. She examines you. All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s, man. The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago. Her eyes are filled with light reflected off those gilded years when the city seemed full of possibility. University got postponed and maybe canceled, so I'm doing my duty chilling at home. Oh, good. Yeah, definitely keep up with that self-isolation. We're doing it here, too. Is your university doing any online classes? I've seen that a lot of universities are doing that to try and help people continue some of their studies, at least, during this. Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world, a rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? It's the spring of 51. Kind green 8 pen. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. Whoa. I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Ooh. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. Cop. We are living under the cop regime. Some kind of democracy, maybe? All I know is that the, locally at least, that union is in charge. But we didn't learn anything larger than that from our conversations with other people. But the fact that people hate the cops... I don't know. People hate the cops now here too. That doesn't mean it's a cop regime. That seems like a silly answer anyway. This one at least admits that we don't know what it is, but so does that one. Some kind of democracy, maybe? Nope, sadly not. Revocol is under what's called a zone of control. Under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition, we have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is... market-driven. Meaning, buying is voting. If there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear. She shakes her head, suddenly very worried. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revocol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged. Going back to lurking? Lurk away, Eulafar. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying the stream. What's this revolution you mentioned? A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. What does that have to do with there not being any cops? It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. So, how did I do? You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things, history and places, remembering reality in a word. It's very odd. A sigh, the lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook. But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what this world needs? And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Who could tell me more? Someone more educated in sweeping matters? Maybe you should ask... She turns to the lieutenant. No. He looks away. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective. Of course. She turns to you. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Alright. I'm gonna get going now. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. She gives you a small wave. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to Daisy messing with the blinds by the window.
Don't open it enough for her.
Well, that's because it gets really glaring behind on the camera. But so far it seems to be fine.
Which is less disruptive.
It's, well, usually she leaves it alone, don't you? Don't you? But yeah, it's not super bright out at the moment. Everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes. What are its hallmarks? Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. I'd rather know more about the world of today. The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalist is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what? No one knows. Okay. Did I finish one of these yet? How long were we talking to her? So that was 10 minutes? Okay. I was curious how long conversations go. Mrs. Friendly about to ask what the fuck you're playing with this writing? Yeah. she's already been
I don't bother.
She just says she doesn't bother anymore. So what is this pin? A pin with a green ape head. Alright. What we got? Get a reality lowdown. Ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. It's a smart person game? Oh, I can already tell. The writing is really, really good. I could tell just at the very opening.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags. Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked? Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out, that's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company. I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container? Well, yes, us and the garbage disposal company. Seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. It isn't callous. It's common sense. Interesting. Do we want to do a little introspection? I wonder what that feeling is. Prod at him and find out. We need those keys. I don't want to get into a whole philosophical thing there. What do you need them for? It concerns the case. The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden. Please cooperate. He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. Just bring them back once you're done, please. Oh no. Here we go, boys. It's love story time. So I talked to Sylvie. God, he does not look too pleased. Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him. Turns out she's a whore who likes to ride the cock carousel. God. Don't have anything else, like a back button, for example? But I don't want to lay that on him. Of course you do. This was your plan all along. This is how you fix it for them, by answering the woman question. Oh my god, now I have no choice? Oh no, chat. Oh no, chat. Wonderful. It is! It's wonderful! What? He squints at you, worried. What does that mean, cock carousel? She rides the cock carousel until she's too old to ride it, then she settles down with a provider. No time for lectures. The point is, losing her at the nasty mind games. Sylvie's a total psycho. Just drills the inside of your mouth with your tongue. What have I done, chat? Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, this is all awful. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He realizes something. Does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me? What else do you need? Oh, that was roughly it. Depict a carousel of cocks going merrily. How? You're not gonna trick me into trying to do that. No, sir. You're not getting that clip out of me. Nice try. Nice try. Well, we're going down this one so far. Might as well just keep going. I don't know. I don't want to make him mad, though, if he can give us more information. But he seems like completely oblivious. That was roughly it. The man leans his hands on the counter and sighs. His head drops between the shoulders, heavy and defeated. She broke the bird, you know. The great skua. I found it on the ground with a broken wing on the morning she left. I should have known it was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my ass. He stops and stares at the counter. Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. I think Sylvie even. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it. Or, you know, maybe I broke it? Then he's going to start charging us for the bird. If we admit this, he's just going to up the money we owe. Yeah, man. Signals. Mixed signals. This is classic carousel behavior. Broken bird. Feathers. This is all part of the mind fuck on the cock carousel. A mirthless laugh. Cock carousel. I think I understand now. It's what they ride until like 39. He takes a bottle of wine off the shelf and pours himself a glass. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest. He corks the bottle and hands it to you. Now let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment, on my own. He stares into the blood-red liquid in the cup. And there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? Another situation fixed by Dr. Love. We're a terrible person. Oh my god. But we got wine. Made of poverty, sugar, artificial taste enhancers, and a vague memory of grapes. Alright, what's this? Did we, Oh, we got a level up! Okay. Oh wait, no! Revert. I didn't realize I was leveling up this. So can we level up? Oh. We can level up like individual things. Now I want to start looking at some of these other ones. Hunches and gut feelings. Empathy, authority. Understand cop culture. We are clearly not going to be the charmer in this playthrough. Alright, endurance. Shrug off the pain, they'll have to hurt you more. I heard that as cock culture, I'm ruined. Physical instrument, electrochemistry. Go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. Huh. Hand-eye coordination. Perception. Perception seems like it would be useful. This is only partially decreased right now. This is usually 5. But we're working on something, focusing on one of those things in our mind, so it's dropped. So this was actually will be fine eventually. I think we might want to get some perception up. Ooh, pick locks? I'm gonna go with perception though, I think. Let's do that one. And I can just hit... Oh, there it is, accept changes. Sweet! Okay, so we got the key. Need to clean my glasses. And all of my, being sad or apologetic, I smudged my glasses. I can't believe we did that. Oh my god. Alright, let's see if we can find anything useful here. Open the padlock with the key. With a well-oiled crack, the lock opens. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't! Maybe you shouldn't! Just open the lid. Smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. We're just in time, the lieutenant peers in. This hasn't been emptied for over a week. Look under the boxes of carton. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Baptiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Just ordered a more comfortable foam interface for my Oculus, just in time for Alex. Yeah, man. That's gonna be sweet. I'm excited to see what you think of it. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers? Free pants! As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. The victim's clothes? The lieutenant smells them. Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Drop them in here, officer. Kim quickly searches the jeans. Guitar mark blue jeans, pockets empty, or emptied? He wore them with a belt, too, a wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but... He looks into the container. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here. Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt. This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. He nods to himself. Anything more? The rest of the rags are just kitchen-variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye, but other than that, thrown-out towel, a mug, that's all. Alright, we should go to guard again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard, or that one. He nods toward the red-haired boy behind him. I'd advise against confronting that force. Think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and this establishment had the key. It's just a small, loose thread. Okay. Lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. Search the food waste? Is there anything under there? It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly, unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? No, it can't be. Don't we? It was our shit. Yes, it is. Look, he points at it. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Must have been cramping my style. Writing shit down like a loser. I memorize everything. Which is why you remember nothing.
Sorry, Daisy. Now you're just.
Yeah. Stop being an asshole. Why would... So, people around here do hate the cops, so maybe somebody did throw it in the trash? That's messed up. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash? I don't know, I'm boring. Boring? Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives. Okay, I'll do that. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. He peers into the trash where soggy cartons and rags stink uninvitingly. Now tell me what your eagle eyes see, or are we finished? I'm gonna take that mug. You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. An antique? Only in its social sensibility. Yeah, that's right. The man briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. The container sounds a muffled gong. That's one thing off the list. The lieutenant sounds relieved. I think we got it all. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's the ledger. Use interact button in inventory to inspect the item? That button? In inventory? Orange? Oh, up here. This? Ah, there we go. Thank you. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content. Really? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. What? This mug will be useful? By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement? But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective. Huh. Alright, let's interact with our ledger. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Anything else? There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor. For you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. Let's inspect the toilet paper. Is it used? It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Yeah. Leave it there, it's cool. No, let's get rid of that. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. Alright, inspect the clip. An aluminum block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. Run your finger across the aluminum? The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparking with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Hey Lieutenant, what's this? What? He is lost in his own notes. It takes a moment for him to see it. That thing? It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. Interesting. What kind of information? It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue. Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved? How can I read it? Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Like, for example, all RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too. This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on. Oh. That's all, thank you. Okay. He returns to his neatly kept notes. Can't anyone laugh anymore? The Todd Phillips approach? Right. Let's see. Let's look at the white papers. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. What's in there? What are they about? Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51 this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention, but there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. There was a mention of a naming convention here? Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins, yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even, one that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. More? Others appear more lighthearted. The Guys on a Couch in an Unexpected Location, and The Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Even the rare article-free Collapsing Tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done later once you're done inspecting them up close. See. Is there room to have a new case? There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Alright, commit to paper. Use the pen that we got. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green 8 pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. Cross out the ones you've already finished. Yep. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you! And you! Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case. Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case? No, actually. Any ideas? The Hanged Man. Very on the nose. The Furies are at home in the mirror. Very vague and whatever. The Setting Sun. Shit on a stick. We'll just go with the easy to remember one and associated to the actual case. Great, that's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. He flips the pages of his notebook. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out. I wonder if we've worked with him before or anything like that, because he didn't seem surprised that we named it, but he looks like he may have just gone along like humoring us. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yes, how very childish of you, he mumbles. In your, and my, defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system. In addition to the official alphanumeric. Why is that? It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one, he peeks into his notes, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. He smiles. I pray his loved ones never find out. What happened to him? Rail spike through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident. You don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Can I read the case files now? Kim explained the system. Fuck! It's a white check. Oh, it's locked? I can do it again later? How did we fail that? We've gone full XCOM. It's possible, yes. Easy, no. You need to come up with a small archaeological system to reorder the remains of your past works. At the moment, all they do is fall apart in your hands. Some dates in the numeric titular system is all you have. Alright. What about the yellow papers? In the back you see thin translucent copier paper, some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes like marching armies. These look like official forms waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out according to type of form. What types of forms are there? 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. Let's give that kid a misconduct fine. Field autopsy. Dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Station call. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Misconduct fine. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. Alright, enough of those. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. Look at the clipboard. It's made of a dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 sized board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Shake it? Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. Peek inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. How would I open it? With your hands? U4 sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. Open the hidden... Let's give it a shot. We've been failing everything, but is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hands. As it shakes, the pages rustle. So I need to put points into interfacing to open that. Okay. Smell it? The acidic stench of rotting food has rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Let's put that away. Alright, so... I guess we can ask him if he knows anything about the clothes, since that's one of the goals. We can also go read the watermarks. I want to know. Click on the thingy. Hey, we got our shit together? All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay. That's now done, right? But so it looks like for you do not have enough skill points available. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Wait, what's that? Inspect the body hanging in the backyard. Okay, so now that my endurance is up, can I take a look at the body? 83%. Oh my fucking god, dice. Stop puke on stream, too late. I failed again! Even though I got my shit compressed? How is it possible? I am at a loss as well. I could swear your shit was together, detective. Sometimes even that is not enough. Life is unfair. What do I do now? Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work. There's nothing else to do. You can open this white check again by going to your character sheet and spending a skill point on upgrading your endurance skill. To gain experience, do side cases. Relax, it's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere. I need to level up. Need some more experience. I'd save before high percent checks like that? Oh yeah, I haven't even saved the game once. So let's yeah, I guess just overwrite my regular one. Alright. Let's ask the kid again, I guess.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I wonder if if doing this like reverse psychology stuff would work on him. He said not to listen to you. Pig. Kuno slaps his forehead. Do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What is up with that? Get the fuck out of here, fat ass. Those pants are too small for you. Alright, well that was useful. We were gonna ask about, yeah. The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene. Listen. He stops you. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there. Dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. He points to his pants. Your size. Good price. 500 real. No, you don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating. I already have pants. Whatever. Kuno is trying to help you, but you're too fat for... Fallen? Anyway, Pig, is that like a brand? Would he want the mug? The fuck? A mug in the trash? This is about the fucking clothes again. Alright. That was weird. Alright, I'm off. Let's go talk with Garth, I guess. We can give him the keys back, too. Nintendo is doing an Indie World tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow? Wow, dude, that's a sudden announcement. Come on, Silk Song!
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key. Thanks, I hope you found what you were looking for. I found the victim's clothes. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Who else has keys to the trash container? The trash collection service? CS Municipal? I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though. Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with a crime scene. Alright, thanks. A thing I need to talk about? I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. He tosses his head in disdain. They come here in the evenings, dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit, but they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time. He gives you a meaningful nod. We should find out who this loud faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. How do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. He looks toward the booth. Men are hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow. There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that. By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. I think that's all I need here. It may take a while. Interesting. Find out who is in the Union box. Let's go read the watermarks on that clipboard. Maybe he'll give us some info. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights? He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out his keys and says, "Alright, ready." I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater. The dashboard lights up with an orange glow. Rounds per minute gauges jump, and the engine of Kupri Kanima comes to life with a whiny growl. Press the button labeled headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle. There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now. Okay. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid in the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. There she is, Revacol West. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations. Look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the rows. The first row has 18 dots. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why precisely. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforations. 3, that's it? That's it. Alright. Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Probably something to do with the cases. Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They're your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years? Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Do you really think I have any idea? Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200! 216 to be exact. The lieutenant nods with evident respect. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? Right, those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. That's not too many. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Janrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. How do you handle the strain? Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others. It gives you a meaningful look. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Like what? Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Maybe I should find a hobby. Anything's better than annihilating yourself with drugs and alcohol. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Yes, he says, declining to elaborate. Thanks for this. Let's look at the street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revicol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanima's headlights. Wait, look around you. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. Ah, Martinet, he smells the air and says. Where are we on this? Point to the halogen map. Let me see. He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it. Right here, he says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice. No, it does not, the lieutenant says with optimism. Okay, let's go. Right, I'll go turn off the lights. He presses a remote control on the key. You can now see your statistics on your journal page. Where was it? Oh, this. Officer profile. Superstar cop, apocalypse cop, boring cop, sorry cop, communist fascist, ultra-liberal moralist, good cop, bad cop 3, honor 0. Huh. Interesting. Alright, what else to do? Track down your gun and badge. Pay for the damages. I don't have money though. We can't do that yet. Get hold of a sad song on tape. I wonder if that was up in our room? Who's this boy?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. Simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. I am the law.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
How long have you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for the heavy oil fuels. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both. I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers in appreciation of the digging of his style.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about this strike. It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff, I hear, like a giant new power crane in half of the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too, like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up, precise demands and so on. Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. He takes a note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. Ka-ching! He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Anything else I should know? Anything else? He thinks. Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers. Camioneurs? A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now, thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eye. What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get on to the next one. Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here, keeping busy. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Alright, never mind then. Or wait, do we care why he's busy? Maybe he's got a lead on something another person that might know? Analyzing the fundamental structure and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. Oh. Ask for his conclusion. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Got any smokes on you? Nope, don't smoke. He nods toward the big lorry behind him. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse, or waiting for the sweet release of death. Yep, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere. Guess I'll ask around then. You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. He points toward the harbor. With 3 T's. Revicol is weird. This dude is my favorite. I like him, yeah. Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Huh? Sudden financial duties snap him out of his daze. Oh, no, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. They who? The bosses, man. Sorry, broke. Got it. What else did I have to ask here? Dunno. What you need? What are you hauling? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. Ah, no, I'm joking, my man. He grins. Fallen runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. Hey, get one of those tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Alright, another question. I think I'm done. I'm good for now. Good talk. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. Okay. Dumpster diving time. Magnesium? Okay. Popular mag. Okay. That's the... Let's talk to this dude. Who's this guy?
Welcome.
Oh no.
To
This is gonna go well. With that title. The remark isn't addressed at you, it's addressed at Kim. Hey, I know Revicol, that's where we are. Try and draw him away from that.
My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacolian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination. He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here.
Daisy, stop yelling at me.
Watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Alright. The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. Now that that's settled, we have a couple questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
The balance of comedy and heavy subjects is kind of insane. Yeah. This game's writing is all over in terms of subject matter. He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers. Found this mug in the trash. Yours? The racist mug? It could be. He's racist. You got a smoke? No. He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to this garbage. Then I'm gonna need the one you're smoking. I'm smoking one right now. It's my last one. You hiding smokes from me. Can I get a drag of that then? I wish I could just, like, ignore it, but... Sorry, all done. He puts out a cigarette and flicks the tiny stub toward the street. Cool, cool, cool. I changed my mind anyway. I bet. His cool gaze pierces deep, with noxious effluence wafting in the surrounding air. Sorry I couldn't be of any help. He gives you an ambivalently mocking half-nod. Should I really ask this? Sure. He stares at the yellow man mug, then suddenly he explodes. Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. Is it yours? Ah, damn. He wipes the tears from his eyes. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. He doesn't live in Martinez. What are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. How long is this going on? Strike? They've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe? He gestures toward the lorries. But this here is just the last week or so. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples. Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Sounds like a cover story to me. Look, Ace Detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. He loses his patience for explaining it. I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, cold-picked apples. Kochko may be another derogative. Or a person from Grad, you think? Oh, so they grow apples in Grad? Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down south, Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got some great scenic vistas. In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life. Yekokata is not in the south and definitely don't grow apples there. Yeah, says who? It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. The lorry driver glares at you intently, then shrugs. Then I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with these kochkos. They're everywhere, except their own homes. You keep saying that. What does that actually mean? It means the people living in Grad. Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad. Okay, so it's an ethnic slur. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise? Apples, then. From Grad. Right. Sure. Apples. He puts out his cigarette and flicks the stub across the street. Said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen? Yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. And, hold on, what's a carter? Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches, before machines. So, he was a garbage man? And that's a privilege? Sure fucking is! We have a guild and everything. Very ancient, very prestigious. So it's a kind of union. Hell no, it's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profits, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass, mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter. Alright, we're done for now. And unfortunately, we are also done with the game for today, guys. Confirm. And save. Alright. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out this morning. I hope you enjoyed our stream back. Hey, it's great to see you too, Ulafar, and thanks, Cinegear. This game is really interesting. I am really interested to see where this goes. Very different from a lot of other RPGs, and I like how the narrative structure kind of dictates what you can do. Eventually we're going to be able to examine the body, right? If we stop throwing up. It's a book? It really is a book. This is kind of like a visual novel almost. You really have to be in the mood to read? Well, fortunately, I usually am. I love a good story. Daisy, you want to come say goodbye to everyone? She was over here yelling, like, literally a second ago. Daisy. Hey. Come say goodbye to everyone. Yell at them and not at me. Come say bye. Daisy says goodbye from over there on the floor. Guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. If you are brand new here, let me throw up the links to... Oh. Okay. Why can't you... You just make me look like an asshole all the time. You're such a butthead. You could have just come over when I asked, you know. Daisy says, bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. For me, the cutest cat on all of Twitch. So yeah, if you're brand new here, would appreciate the follow if you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. In the meantime, there's the links to all the things. There's Discord, where we'll be hanging out this afternoon chatting. We'd love to have you stop by and chat with us. You can also follow me on Twitter, where I post when I go live. YouTube is an archive of my past broadcasts. There's tons of playthroughs of other games on there. If you like watching playthroughs on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to that channel. And also, Mrs. Friendly runs an Instagram of the cats, so if you need more cat pictures in your life, feel free to follow them. But other than that, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning for some more Disco Elysium. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.